Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Got a question for you today. Have you ever made something for God? Now wait a minute. That's probably what you're thinking. Well, in today's story, we learn about just that thing. Someone in the Bible named King Solomon built something. Can you guess what it is? You can find this story in 1 Kings chapter 6 and chapter 8. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
Thank you all for coming over to help me with my chores.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, happy to help.
I like coming up here. It's such a beautiful view.
Hey, I don't remember seeing this before.
Oh, yeah, that plaque that tells how old the lighthouse is.
Established in 1899.
Wow, this lighthouse is really old. Let's see. If it was built in 1899, that would mean it's over 100 years old. Wow, pretty neat.
What a long time. Yeah, this place has guided many sailors at sea and kept them safe.
That reminds me of a story in the Bible about a building that was a guide for the Israelites. After 4 years of being king, King Solomon started building the Lord's temple.
Hey, they didn't have trucks.
You're right, they didn't use modern tools. In fact, there were no hammers, axes, or iron tools used on the site of the temple.
How could they cut the material they needed without tools on site?
Well, they cut everything they needed at the quarry and then shipped the material to the site where the temple was being built. Once the temple was finished, it was beautiful.
What did it look like inside?
The walls inside the temple were made from cedar planks, and the floor was made of pine. The most holy place in the temple was the inner sanctuary. Everything inside the inner sanctuary was gold. There were also 2 golden statues 15 feet high. The Lord told Solomon that as long as he followed the Lord's laws, the Israelites would never be abandoned. Once the temple was finished, Solomon gathered leaders of Israel in Jerusalem. The priests brought the Lord's chest to the temple, where a lot of people joined to celebrate. Then the priests put the Lord's chest in between the 2 statues of the winged creatures. Once the priests left the holy place, a cloud filled the Lord's temple. The Lord's presence filled the whole place. Solomon raised his hands to the heavens and gave thanks. When he finished praying, he said,
"May the Lord be blessed."
And Solomon told the people to obey the Lord's laws and the Lord's commands. Everyone worshiped the Lord and celebrated for 7 days.
I wish I could have seen the temple. It must have been amazing to visit.
It would have been an honor to build it, especially because that's where the people felt God's presence.
The temple was a special place of worship for the people of Israel.
Today we build churches so we can come and worship God together. Yep, churches are like lighthouses because they help guide people to follow God.
Kids, lunch is ready.
Okay, Mom. All right, let's eat.
Have you ever built something?
Oh man, guys, that's a great question. Have you ever built something? You can pause the video and answer it if you like. I know that I have built lots of things because I've been around a while. But my favorite thing to build, and you might know it or you might not, but it's Legos, guys. I love to build Legos. I was just building some last night. But you may not have Legos, and that's okay. You may like to build blanket forts, or maybe you made a fort out of cardboard, or maybe you just made a car out of cardboard left over from your parents' new refrigerator or something. You know, our hands are to do good things for God. So our challenge this week is to do good with your hands. So this week, maybe you could build something that might help a grown-up, or even maybe collect food for the food pantry. That's another thing we could do with our hands. So maybe you guys could go out and just build something for somebody else that maybe they're not expecting, or maybe they need. But I think that we should do a few things always, and that's to build people up, make them feel good, and then to build trust in each other. Don't lie and don't be sneaky. That's some of the best things that we could do to build. But the best one of all is to build our relationship with God. And that the way we do that is praying and talking to God. All right, guys, that's our lesson for today. We hope you had fun. And guess what? I'll see you next week. I love you guys. I miss you guys. Bye.